Hello, my Mofu family friends. Welcome to my kitchen. Here another video. Valentine's Day is coming, and you want to take your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, whoever, or even your family to a nice restaurant and have a seafood meal, right? The problem is, you go to one of those Cajun seafood joints, guess how much they charge you just for one little plate? The little boil in the bag. They're charging a lot of money. But we gonna do this at home, And let me tell you something. You can make this for you, yourself. Go look in the mirror, and that's the one you should love the most is yourself, because without loving yourself, you can't love nobody else. So let's start doing this. In my seafood boil, we're gonna have mussels. And I like the mussels in the gala sauce. You could use any kind you want. I use this kind because it was on sale. Why not? And it's got tomato sauce. It's in garlic and tomato sauce. And I kind of like those flavors, Let's get the pot, because this is one of those quick meals, Also, I got some Jonah crab claws. These is good. You could use snow crab legs. You could use lobster. You could use Alaskan king crab leg. Use what you want. I got these on sale, so I'm gonna use these, and these is delicious too, right? Ooh, you hear that? Pop. And then we're gonna have some nice colossal shrimp with them. But let me tell you something. Clean your shrimp. There's a black track in the shrimp, and you just clean it. I showed you on one video how to do that. I'm going to use the shells on this particular shrimp, and I'm going to tell you why. Because shells is flavor. Those shells going to turn into a nice little flavor. So what you do, see, they come like this. If you got a bigger family, you get bigger mussels, a bigger pack of mussels. These mussels come in garlic sauce. They come in wine and garlic, a different flavor. Whatever flavor you float your boat, that's what you use. I'm using these. Because I personally, I like the tomato sauce flavor. So you throw that in your pot. See how simple that is, right? Take your shrimp. Throw that in your pot too. I left the shells on because shells make flavor. So everything can add flavor. Throw that in your pot. Now if you're using smaller shrimps, put them in a little later. If you're using cooked shrimp, definitely put them in a little later. Throw that in there. Throw your crab legs, join your crab claws. And see, this is one of the simplest meals you can make. See that? I'm going to cook it all. Like the more. Why not? My wife don't like seafood so much, but my mother-in-law do. She going to enjoy this. Right? I'm going to use a little butter. This is for richness. The butters give it a little more extra richness, This is unsweet butter. You could use butter with salt, but you got to be careful when using salt. A little butter, that's going to give it richness. And I wanted to have such a little spice, but not a crazy spice. So I'm going to use this type of seasoning, right? This seasoning's got kind of basil and chilies and all types of stuff in it, right? Don't use much of this because there's a heat factor on that, and that's going to add a little flavor. But you can also use just simply red chili flakes. That's all you have, because that's all this really is, just chili flakes with a little seasoning in it. If you don't want to use that spiciness, don't use it. Put it on the stove. Right? In front. Put it in front. Come on. See how that look in the pot? See? And everything gonna cook and warm. Everything's really cooked, but it's gonna warm up and heat up in this pot. Oops, see, I put it on the wrong stove. It's this one here. It's turning on. And we just gonna let it just melt down and cook itself. And we just gonna cover it. And we be back when it's close to done. All right, mofos, let's take a look at this right now. See, all the seafood is really cooked. But we just adding flavor and re-steaming it down. The only thing that's not cooked and raw is the shrimp. But throw a little garlic on it, on your butter, just a little bit, not much, just a little bit. And if you like, throw some Tony's on it if you like, but I'm not gonna put that in there because Granny don't eat so much of the hot stuff. So if you got elderly people in your house, so slow down in the heat. You can't give us so much heat. So I'm not gonna use that, but we use the garlic, and then you mix your pot up a little bit. Look at it. Look how beautiful that. See that sauce in there? See how that sauce is turning? Ooh, that's gonna be good. You stir it up. You know, see your shrimp ain't ready or nothing's ready, and everything's still frozen. And just stir around. You butter that milk yet, so you know this ain't ready yet. Once your shrimp start cooked, once your shrimp is cooked, this stuff gonna be already done because everything else just heating up. A little flavors. Look like I got a lot of hot stuff on, but it's not gonna be so hot. Right? Put the cover back. You just smell good already. Ooh, man. Put your cover back on it and let it go. All right, mofos. This is how it look. You gotta know when your stuff is ready. Then what you was cooking is you're gonna cook your shrimp. And see, once your shrimp turn orange like that, you know it's cooked. And your mussels open up a little wider, and your crab is just need to heat up. But you smell the smells of it. And see that nice sauce? See that nice sauce? You would take that sauce and you can make you some noodles and things like that. And put on some noodles. Let's put it in that pot, that bowl. Take it and just pour it in your bowl. Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna splash that and my wife gonna be mad at me because I made a mess. So let me go a little bit at a time because I don't need no troubles. I don't need no troubles. Put that in there like the I don't know if you ever had Junior crab claws. They're not bad. They're pretty good. If you would get them on sale, they're even nicer. But they're a little cheaper than snow crab legs. Sometimes you get the snow crab legs, you get those small snow crab legs, you struggle for nothing. At least these got some, look how beautiful that look. Let's put the rest in it now. Look at that, beautiful. Now let me show you something. Look how lovely and delicious that look. Huh? Is that a seafood, boy? Let me show you something. How that guy used to do on TV, little parsley flakes in it for green. If you want to look fancy and mean, but we don't need all that. Look how delicious that look. Just smell it. If I had some, I don't have, put it here. We're going to go to a table with it. Look how beautiful that look. Look how beautiful that look. Wait a minute. Okay, my foods, here go the finished product. Look how beautiful this look. Your own seafood, boy, that you made. It was a lot cheaper. Take this and put it on there like that. You know your shrimp is done. Make sure you get shrimp, you know. And don't forget your sauce. I'm going to show you what you're going to do with this sauce. Look how delicious. If you want some noodles for this sauce, you can put some noodles on this sauce. You do anything you want with this sauce. Right. But I got me some bread for my sauce. You know, I got some good crusted bread. I toast it a little bit. I'm gonna take that nice Italian bread and I'm gonna, ooh, boy, look at that sauce. Oh, that's good. That's delicious. Yeah. You got your mussels. If you don't like mussels, don't use mussels. Season up. Use some garlic butter. But mussels got this delicate flavor to it. It's not fishy or anything. It's really delicious. And then you got your shrimp. Take the peel off the shrimp, because I purposely use the peel on the shrimp because it gives it more flavor to your pot. And you check it. Look how nice that shrimp look. Look how nice that shrimp look. That's good. Put a little bit of that sauce. That's good. And then your Joni crab claws. Take it, your nutcracker. You don't have to go to a restaurant and pay a fortune for that. This meal was a lot less than that, and you can feed a lot of people with this one thing, this meal. A rice plate. Look at that crab claw. I'm getting another. That crab claw. You can make you some melted butter and throw some garlic in if you want. But that's not necessary because the sauce by itself is really delicious. Look at that crab claw. See? That crab claw. Look at all that meat on that crab claw. And then you could take it and dip it like that. And oh. I like crab better than lobster. I like crab better than orbit. You can give me a crab anytime. I hope you see how nice and easy this meal was. I hope you go try that. You will enjoy it. I see you more for the next one. Bye-bye.